That's understandable. And this is a long one, so buckle up. The first thing to remember is that we don't vote for the whole country. We vote for our constituency, our MP. And then whoever wins in your constituency goes forward as the MP of whatever party they represent. And when all of those MPs are hustled together in the Houses of Parliament, the political party that has enough MPs that they can win every vote, that's the point of the government. They need to be able, if, for example, Keir Starmer becomes the winner with Labour, he wants to have enough MPs. So if he tells the party, we are now going to vote for free cheese for mice, he wants to know that and tells every MP he's got to vote for the free cheese, that there is enough MPs in the room to win any vote, and that gives him a strong government. Now that's something that is really helpful, especially we're in a mess like this, because it means that a government can put legislation through quite quickly. Not immediately, because they have to agree within the party. And trust me, political parties can be very broad churches. You will have, especially in the Labour Party, it's known for it, and it's why it has so much infighting, because it has people who believe in neoliberal economics and people who are socialists, and they're all in the same political party. And behind the scenes, there's a lot of battling to get their position done. You don't see so much of that. So what you want to do is, the first thing you need to do is find out which party aligns with your beliefs. And you can go online and there are tools that you can use to do that. Then you want to go and find out for your constituency who is the MP, what party they represent, and which MP has the best chance of winning. For example, I actually live somewhere with a very big, huge Conservative majority, and they don't know whether the Lib Dems or the Tories will, the Labour will push them out, if they can, which is doubtful. So, but let's just say I have a Tory at the top, and then 20,000 votes below him, I have a Liberal Democrat, and 50,000 votes below that, I have a Labour vote. Now, and below that, towards the bottom, I have Green and Reform. Now, I know I don't want to vote Reform. I might quite like Green policies, but the problem with that is I know that they won't win enough votes in my area to stand as MP. So it's between Labour and Lib Dem. Well, when I look at it, I don't think there will be as much chance of Labour unseating my Tory MP as there will be the Lib Dem, because all the Lib Dem guys got to do is get 20,000 people who were voting Tory to vote for him instead. And the thing is that they are slightly closer to the Tories in their beliefs, but they're not Tories. And I hope they won't make the mistake they made last time. But the point being is, if I definitely don't want that Tory, and I want somebody else, I might not like the Lib Dem, but I'll vote for him to get rid of the Tory. And that's, I think, how you've got to do it, is politics is compromise. Even in parties, it's compromise. That's what David Cameron was doing when he put the Brexit vote up, because the right wing of his party wanted to leave the EU, and he and at least half the party didn't want to leave it. They thought it would be absolute economic suicide, and they were right. We know that now. But because the right wing of his party kept threatening him and threatening and pushing and pushing and pushing, he thought, I'm going to put it to the people. They won't be that stupid, will they? So he gave us the referendum. Look where it got us. But the point being is that is a very typical example of the same political party, but two wings with very different beliefs. It happens in all political parties, except the very small ones, only because there's not enough people to have that much view. But it does happen in all political parties. So you need to find out who roughly aligns with what you want, and then you've got to work out how much chance they've got of winning. And if it's not very good, then you've got to think, I don't want the person who's in at the moment winning, so who's got the best chance to unseat them? I won't get what I want, but I will get something that's better. And something somebody else has said that I think is worth bearing in mind, please, is always look at it from the point of view of the most vulnerable person you know. Don't vote for, well, do vote for yourself. But if you're sitting on pots and pots of money, you're probably going to vote for somebody who is a Tory because they want you to keep your pots and pots of money. Vote for somebody who hasn't got any money and can't work because they're ill and has got bad housing. Vote for them, because when their life improves, you know what, so will yours. The last Labour government, I stress this in another one and I will say it again, my life improved so much and so quickly. It's almost hard to credit it now because we've had 14 years of steady decline. But life for people who didn't have a lot in Great Britain improved massively under the last Labour government, and it was a quick change. So bear that in mind too.